everybody. Welcome into First Take, coming to you live from the Seaport District at Pier 17, brought to you by Chase. Damian Woody in the house. Good to see you.
Don't ever walk in while I'm giving a point on another show. Don't walk in again like that.
Oh, what you gonna
next
do
time, next time,
what you gonna do about it?
Next time I would have got up my chair.
That's what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it?
Don't do that.
You ain't gonna.
I got everybody
anything.
like staring at me
you ain't gonna do anything.
while I'm talking, and I'm like, well, what the hell is going on?
So what you gonna do about it? What you do?
Who's behind me?
You sitting up there flexing like you gonna do something. You ain't gonna do anything. All right? You watch your mouth.
And
you speak to your elders respectfully.
What was your bench press?
At my peak?
Yeah.
575.
He could bench all of us together.
Bench press, 575. I think he's the strongest man in the world.
You didn't have to bring that up. But you will be respectful and mind your manners to your elders.
You must be.
You heard what I said.
You pointing to that camera.
I'm pointing right to you. I'm pointing right to you.
Okay.
You understand? And I ain't on the road on satellite. I'm right here.
About time. Because you've been running to all these other destinations.
Well,
good morning, Stephen A.
He got me there.
Sometimes Stephen A. forgets he's got a basketball build. But,
Hey. I'm still there. Listen, when y'all get in y'all 50s, come talk to me. I look pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 50s. I'm doing all right.
Your team is playing tonight, so let's please talk about it.
Let's do that. You one brought up my look.
The Cowboys and Bears lock up tonight in a battle of two 6-6 teams. Dallas is holding on to a slim lead in the NFC East over Philly. The pressure continues to mount for head coach Jason Garrett, who we know his job status continues to be a talking point. Mm-hmm. Stephen A., is Garrett coaching for his job tonight?
I still think he is. I haven't given up on the possibility that he could end up getting fired before the season is over. When you consider what Jerry Jones said prior to the Thanksgiving Day game, leading up to it, then you consider that they lost the game, and then he felt the need to go out and just completely reverse course and give him a vote of confidence. It's obviously because you're still going to make the playoffs because of the way the Eagles are stinking up the joint and how irrelevant the Giants and the Redskins truly are. But nevertheless, when you look at this team, if momentum seems to be faltering, I think Jerry Jones is of the mindset, I'm going to give it one last shot. I'm going to reverse course. The players are emotional inside the locker room. They're talking all of this talk. You know, they're mad at themselves. They're cussing each other out. Michael Bennett's giving motivational speeches, and Ezekiel Elliott is talking with the ring in his nose and everything like that. You got all of this stuff going on. If you still show up on Thursday Night Football and you lose to Mitchell Trubisky, and it's definitely, we're able to point to coaching like you didn't give Ezekiel Elliott the ball and the play calling was suspect. I still think that Jason Garrett could end up firing. I obviously do not know.
Hold on. So you think during the season, you think the Cowboys will pull the trigger during the season?
I still believe that.
With the way the NFC East is right now.
I still believe it because I think it's the momentum. I think it's about looking at this team in the direction that it's going in. If I gave them a vote of confidence and that didn't work, okay? If I called them out and that didn't work. If I heard the players going at each other and they got tears in their eyes, and because of that, I got tears in my eyes at the owner because I just walked out the locker room, okay? Where reporters are asking me about the tears in my eyes. And nothing works. Well, damn it, there's only one thing you didn't try. Get rid of the coach. And I think it's entirely possible that it still might happen, especially if the Cowboys lose a game like tonight.
His job's not on the line, neither now nor during the offseason.
So you think?
For this game, in my opinion, by my analysis, because he's not going to be back with the Cowboys unless he at least gets to the Super Bowl. Even if you make the NFC Championship game, I think the feeling will be like, why can't they get over the hump? Why couldn't they? And they'll look for someone else because they got the talent. So I don't think his job is on the line in that sense in this game, and I don't think they're going to fire him during the season. I do think, remember, going into this season, I said what Jerry Jones is doing is isolating. Is it coach or quarterback? Usually you're going to take the quarterback. It's hard to find an ascending quarterback you think would be a franchise player. Is it coach or quarterback? Coach or quarterback? Coach is gone unless they do something miraculous here. Quarterback is playing for a contract. Stephen A., you brought it up the other day. They keep talking about, well, he turned down almost Carson Wentz money. They never report what the guarantee was. So I don't believe it was like nearly the guarantee or it would have been reported. The Cowboys would have put it out there. That leads me to believe Dak is playing for a contract. That doesn't mean he'll be gone. They can slap a franchise tag on him. but they have not yet beat a winning team. They only beat losing teams. And by the way, the Bears ain't a winning team. They're a 500 team. But Dak compiles his numbers, and the Cowboys compile wins. Your Super Bowl pick, Damian Woody. They compile wins, and he compiles numbers against bad teams. Now you got the Bears on the road. You're going to have the Rams. You're going to have the Eagles in Washington. None of them juggernauts, but at least the Rams have a winning record. Dak right now is the one who's playing for tens of millions of dollars, because otherwise I believe they're not going to just let him walk. They'll slap a franchise tag on him.
Well, listen, first of all, Jason Garrett, Jerry Jones wouldn't even have to do anything after the season because he's in the last year of his contract. So it's not like he had to fire him. He just don't have to sign him to a new contract.
Of course.
And I think that anything short of a Super Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys, Jason Garrett is gone. Okay? It's not enough to win a division title. They won a divisional title last year.
Yeah.
Okay? They fired their offensive coordinator, got a new offensive coordinator. You know, they've made all these changes, except one, the head coach. And here it is. You could arguably make the case that the Dallas Cowboys have maybe the best roster in the National Football League, and you're sitting at 500.
Among starters.
500. So you look at this whole thing, it's like, well, what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys? I always say the minute that guys don't respond to you as a head coach, you're done. You're over with. It's done. It's over with. I don't foresee them making a change during the season because of the state of the NFC East.
Right.
But
it's already over for him.
If they don't make the Super Bowl, it's over.
Officer, I got a question. Got a couple questions for you, Damian Woody. How old are you, Damian Woody?
I just turned 42.
Just turned 42, right?
Yeah.
Young, spry, healthy, right?
Feeling good.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel?
Okay.
I'm spry. Don't get it twisted.
I'm wearing glasses because I'm 52. I got old. Okay, I need my glasses right now. I need my glasses. Okay, just want to make sure about that. You're 42 years old, right?
Yeah.
Is tomorrow guaranteed?
No.
Oh, this
You know that, right?
is a dark turn.
Right? No, it's not a dark turn. Not a dark turn.
Okay.
Tomorrow guaranteed. Well, stay with me.
Okay. Where are you going?
Jerry Jones, my buddy, turned 77 years old on October 13th, the day before my birthday.
Yeah.
77. When he was 73, he was quoted as saying, "Time's running out.
That's true.
I'm getting a little bit worried.
That's true.
Tomorrow's not guaranteed." If he were feeling that way at 73, what's he feeling at 77? Particularly when you take into consideration that the Dallas Cowboys roster is arguably the best roster he's had in decades. He believes this is a Super Bowl championship roster. Knowing that and that tomorrow's not guaranteed, it's why I'm looking at him based on what he said one week, how it was diametrically opposite to what he said the next week, and in between there was tears and emotions in the locker room emanating from players, and then you go out on Thursday night after all of that and lose again? You trying to tell me it's no possible way? Y'all talking about the playoffs. He ain't thinking about no playoffs. Okay. He's thinking about the championship. Don't get me wrong. I think you're right. Don't get me wrong. It's possible. What I'm saying to you is I understand everybody who believes he ain't let go of Jason Garrett. Damn it, he said it. He said it on the record. I don't believe him. I believe if they go to Chicago and stink up the joint tonight, I think that Jerry Jones is entirely capable of going like this. Damn it, I changed my mind. I can't take this anymore. I got to try something.
If it's a really bad loss.
That's what I think.
Stephen A could have a point. If they got embarrassed on national TV.
But they'll be in first place.
Where would the Dallas Cowboys, if they were made to make a move like that, where would the Dallas Cowboys be at? They'd be in the same position.
Yeah.
Hold on,
same position. And let me ask you a question.
But we know they're going to the playoffs. I'm saying we know they're going to the playoffs. The question is, do we make a run?
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
How often have you seen where in-season firings have really just sparked things like that? In a league like the National,
not often.
The Browns last year. Yeah, a little bit. The Browns were so far back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Any type of improvement was just improvement. Sure. But usually, Max, when you make those type of moves in season, especially football.
Right.
Yeah.
You might get a bounce for a game or two.
They don't usually work out well.
It's two things, and I want to get your opinion. This is an honest opinion. Reaching out to a football guy here. They don't have one, but two defensive minds in Dallas with Marinelli, all
Yeah,
right?
Rob Marinelli,
Rob
yeah.
Marinelli, right? And Rashad.
Correct.
So what I'm saying is, they talked about how Marinelli has stepped back when it comes to doing post-game interviews and things of that nature. This is according to what I read in the Dallas papers.
Yeah.
And they said you push Rashad out front because he's younger. You had your moment in the sun. You're content at doing what you do. But you put him out there because you know this is going to be a head coaching candidate. What I'm trying to say is, what's wrong since you got two dudes on the defensive side of the ball? You're not talking about disrupting. You're talking about lighting a fire under a team and saying, look, man, ain't nobody safe, because you know how much he loves Jason Garrett. So if he sets up there and pulls the plug on Jason Garrett, nobody's safe. And that's sending a message that you haven't seen sent in quite some time. I'm just talking about spark plugs type stuff here. You're not talking about wholesale changes, because you wouldn't do that in the middle of the season.
But don't you think part of the problem with Jason Garrett is that in Dallas, the head coach is not empowered? That literally you can go over the head coach,
which is why
and go to ownership.
Which is
That's
why
what
when
Troy Aikman said.
when Jerry Jones spoke out, why did he speak out? He's not speaking out if he knows that he's pulling strings. He's speaking out because he's placed faith in you, which was against his MO, and it ain't reaping no kind of benefits.
If you like the defensive,
that's what I think
if
is
you
happening.
like the coordinators on the defensive side of the ball in Dallas, then don't let Oklahoma get into the playoff and Lincoln Riley go on a little run, because to me that was always the name that made sense
But
for
it still
Dallas.
might
I know
make
people
sense.
are
What
talking
about
about
Ron
Sean Payton.
Rivera?
Right now.
But all those guys. But what Jerry Jones should be looking at is a guy who no one's touched on the pros yet, who can be the next great coach of the Dallas Cowboys, who would make a big splash, which you know Jerry Jones wants to do.
According to you.
And who Jerry Jones could then take a step back finally.
According to you,
so that
and my
before, with his rest of his time on earth, he could see another
I think
Super
they
Bowl.
need
Your
a
belief.
veteran
My belief is that Jerry Jones is questioning whether or not he can afford to have the time to look towards next year. He's got to think about the opportunity in front of him right now. If they lose tonight,
Jerry Jones doesn't think he's ever going to die. Stop.
Yeah.
Inside, he thinks he's going to live forever.
that's not
They're
the
up a
impression
game,
I
and
get.
they have the tiebreaker. Of course, they played the Eagles week 16, so a lot on the line for both teams. When we come back, it's hard to imagine Tom Brady leaving New England, right? But Max Kellerman's about to tell you what could put a charge into Brady's twilight years. What, Cliff? Find out what's being said about Lamar Jackson's skin color that is grabbing headlines today. You do not want to miss this conversation. It's First Take. Keep it locked.
Get excited for